And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. Dip Catcher Radio, back again. About 26 hours after a historic event in crypto, a historic event in Hex, and the beginning of a new era of Maximus. For those that are new to the channel, we just completed a 21-day mint phase for Maximus team and the Perpetuals, during which we rolled out 4 new stake pools: Base, which is 1 year; Trio, which is 3 years; Lucky, 7 years; and Desi, 10 years. These stake pools are called the Perpetuals because they repeat when they're over. You can either add new Hex to the pool, you can redeem your existing Hex from your pool tokens, or if you just simply stay in the pool, you just roll into the next stake. A lot of new flexibility for stakers. These stake pools provide the user with benefits such as increased earnings versus staking on your own due to bigger pays better bonus, massive gas fee savings, up to 99.9% gas fee savings, and you can cash out at any time. So a lot of flexibility, the whole range of pools. And today we're going to be just talking about the mint phase, and then also looking at some of the minting data on the pools that we've started to compile. And then also, not only did we launch pools, we launched Maximus Team. Team is the Maximus DAO team member token. Team earns a little bit of the income from all the pools, and it has its own supply and demand. So who knows what can happen now that it's live. A lot of demand for Team. We had about 90 million maxi minted into Team. Huge numbers. A lot of appetite for Team. A lot of people just wanted to be on the team. Why wouldn't you want to be on a kick-ass team? I would. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Unimax says, hey. Rizzo says, what's up? Scooter shirtless today. No, I'm literally wearing my pajama shirt. I've been real bummy today. Pulse Chain Trainer says, let's go Gladiators. Let's go Pulse Chain Trainer. Rizzo says, drumroll please, the great DC makes his way along the red carpet, recognized for the momentous accomplishment for building a platform that allows minnows to swim as whales. Oh wow, that's quite the compliment. Thank you so much, Rizzo. Modern simplicity with the wash hands emoji. Who remembers that video when Richard was teaching you how to wash your hands? That was pretty funny. He literally had I think he must have taken the video down, or maybe one of the times he got banned, that video just never came up. But he was wearing like a big ass visor and teaching you how to wash your hands. I was like, right when COVID started, it's still pretty unknown. There's just a funny video of Richard Hart teaching you how to wash your hands. Ben says hi. Hi, Ben. X Hodl says, hey, y'all. What's up? Hello. This is fun. Ben asks, is Maxi going to be a perp like in staking at 15 years? Nope. That one's a one and done stake. This just says, you're awesome, Drip Catcher. Thank you. Huge congrats to you, DC and Goki. Thanks for all that you've done. Thank you so much, Hex Fanatic. Guys, I'm tired. Because even last night I couldn't sleep, so I was just working on the data dashboard. Just couldn't stop. When do you suspect we might see the Diamond Hand reward bucket start to get stuff in it? Well, as people start to early end stake, that's when you'll see rewards. All right, well, so you going on vacation? Do you have new plan? No vacation. I've been to so many weddings this summer, and I've got so many weddings coming up, and I'm just like, no vacation for Dipcatcher. Chris says much love. What's up, dude? All right, let's share the screen. Let's see what's going on. So we're just going to be looking at the minting. So couple insights just right away. Compared to the Maxi launch, we had 810 total hex in the pools. That was almost 3 times as much as Maxi, but we actually had, we had 5,300 in the pools, and then now we had 3,348 individual pool minters that I was able to pull. So we actually had 36. Oh my God, we literally had 36.9% less wallets participate in the pools. This doesn't include team. So we had 36% less wallets participate, yet we had almost 3 times as much hex. So what we're seeing now is a huge demographic shift in the Maximus stake pooling economy. In the first one, so if we had, let's do some quick math here. So in Maxi we had 294 times 10 to the 8. Pools, we had like 810 times 10 to the 8. That's 10 to the 6. Maxi equals 9. Maxi is 294 times 10 to the 6. Pools was 810 times 10 to the 6. Maxi minters was about 5,300. Pool minters is something like 3,348. And then, the pools over Maxi, that's 2.75x more hex. Yet the pool minters over Maxi minters, that is 0.63. So for Maxi, so Maxi average is Maxi over Maxi minters. The average Maxi minter was 55,471 Maxi, yet the average pool minter was 241,935 hex. So if we had, so let's say average pool was pools over pool minter. We had average minter is Maxi over Maxi minters. So the pool average over the Maxi average was like 4.36 times larger. So each address on average participated with 4.36 times as much hex. So that's pretty amazing. Like that really is pretty incredible. There's certainly some kind of outliers, like when we had, like for instance, like in base. I mean, just look at this. Like in Maxi, the largest. Where's that Maxi leaderboard? Maximus leaderboard.anvil.app. What was it called? I think it was in here, right? No. Was it in this one? Yeah, it was actually. So when we look at the here, let's just do this right here. Let's pull up the Maxi leaderboard. I mean, the Maxi leaderboard, the largest minter was something like 4 million. We'll do that after. But when right here, we'll just print it. Or so Maxi minters equals tables dot coins dot get equals Maxi. Then minters, so for M in minters, equals column panel, cp.add component label or text. So let's just take a look at this for and then so let's just do this to quickly look at the Maxi minter leaderboard. This is not defined. And then MM. So quickly look at this. So the largest Maxi minter was 6.4 million. Followed by 5 million. So that was the largest one for Maxi. Yet when we had ours, just this time, so let's go all the way down. So let's let this load. So if the largest was like 6 million in Maxi, the largest one in base was 12.6 million. We had like three base that were larger than the largest Maxi minter. We have these on so Trio was on the smaller end, so Trio didn't have any like really big ones. 3 million. There were people that minted 3 million Maxi, and same with Lucky, 3.9 million. But I mean, look at this Desi one, 50 million. 30 million, 14 million, 11, 11, 10, 10, 8, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 6. So what did we say the largest one? So like there was like 17 people in Desi larger than the largest Maxi holder. And then there was these anomalous ones like these, pretty much anything over 10 million, almost twice as large as the largest Maxi minter. So we really saw a lot of participation from larger players in this one. A lot of that probably just has to do with like, if you're a smaller player, you can risk more. Like you can take on higher risk, and since Maxi was like the first of its kind pool, it was inherently higher risk than these new pools. So large players maybe wouldn't have risked 50 million of their hex on Maxi, but they did on this one. So whereas like small players may have just minted more. And then also there's kind of a big difference in the times from then to now, where back then it was in the middle of the bear market. That was when the price was at like 12 cents. So that was before this like next wave down. And so one, like people with more money could just buy more hex, and two, people are trying to like reclaim those gains. And so I think that's why a lot of people piled into Desis, because they think that Desi can have similar premium activity as Maxi did. So combination of those things, I think we saw a big demographic shift, and also a lot of the small players. They went the Icosa route, so they maybe don't even have any liquid hex to join. But I wonder does anyone know where we can see Icosa minting data, so we could get an idea of if that demographic of the smaller hex holder had their hex kind of soaked up into the Icosa system, because that was the other thing that I thought. Because I mean, just from the start, we were like, okay, Icosa just launched and absorbed a bunch of hex. Those people that join that, it's like similar target audience. So from the start, we thought that it would be hard to fill all, to get. I mean, we thought 600 million was a stretch. I mean, then we just smashed through that. But that difference in that 600 million comes down to, I mean, look at this, between these people right here, that's 100 million. And then between 1, 2, 3, and then 30, so 30, then 60. That like literally the top 13 DESI holders are like the difference between 600 million and 800 million. And we just saw DESI just take off. Let's look at the numbers here. I'm so happy the base got above 3 figures. That's 2/3 of the way to the max. Bigger pays better. So that is, instead of a 5% total bigger pays better bonus, that's like experienced by the pool, because it's split. That comes out to like 3.3%. So not too much of a difference. And then let's look at the chart. Okay, so here's what it looked like. So just cruising. I mean, DESI kind of, okay, so this is all the pools. So we really saw like parabolic move in these pools. Like it was like kind of, so around the time the Hedron deployer minted, that kind of catalyzed some big growth. And then like as soon as DESI crossed the 150 million mark, I mean, just look at that. Okay, let's ignore all pools. And like ignore team. We can focus in here. So as soon as DESI hit this 150 million mark, it just took off. Like you can see an abrupt change in the shape. Like even as it hit like the halfway there, it's like it hit halfway, and then there's like a big move, and then you can see the angle just kind of shifting. And then as soon as it hit maxed out bigger pays better, then there's just like a ton of people piling in, and you just see the angle that chart just grow, and then like boom. I think that must have been the 50 million. Yeah, that was the 50 million DESI staker. And then I think this was the 30 million. Like right there. So like within one day we went from 924 at 1548 until 925 at, I mean, even just like over that 24-hour period went from 250 to 370. So like just in that 1 day period, we saw huge growth, and it came down to, mainly driven by the, 80 million of that growth that day was from those two individuals. And then we, just had a run, and then in the hours kind of leading up, it kind of, tapered off. And then that FOMO at the end, in between 926 at 1829 and 927. So literally like in the 6 hours, so basically that whole live stream, DESI was just on a run, and DESI tallied up between 450 to 565. So like 100 million new DESI was minted in that period of time. Let's look at the other ones. So these ones, base hit 100 million. Lucky and DESI hit. They kind of split this. And I think that probably that's just like the market, like just either wanting the really short-term one or the really long-term one. Like those were the clear two number one options. And so, you know, perhaps if these were instead of a 3 and a 7, instead maybe it was just a single 5 or like a 4 or a 6. You know, maybe that one would have been like kind of how we expected it to be, like Desi, Lucky, Trio, Base. Maybe if Lucky and Trio were consolidated just into one, like a 6-year one or something, perhaps we would have seen the largest being Desi, medium being the midterm, and then the smallest one being Base. But maybe just like amidst those two, like all three of those options, you know, perhaps people just wanted the other ones, which is really positive for the people that minted. Let's hide Desi. Really positive for the people that minted Lucky and Trio, especially Lucky, because when Lucky, like everyone minted Desi because everyone thought Desi would run a premium right back. But since so many people minted Desi, that's a lot of sellers of Desi. Meanwhile, there's a lot of potential buyers of Maxi relative to the total supply. And so Lucky has less upward resistance to fight through on its way to be like, and I want to get away from calling it a premium. Lucky has less in its way from pricing in its full earnings. I think that's probably a better way to describe it as opposed to like a premium or a discount, because like what it's really doing by ratcheting up in price faster than the rate that it's earning is that the market is just pricing in its end value. So like in Maxi, it's at like 2.4 to 1 because the market, it's priced in about 2.4 out of the 6.5 hex that it is probably going to earn over its lifetime. So maybe that's a better way to just frame it, is that like, you know, because Lucky has less upward resistance, one, there's less supply that people could be selling the premium down into, and two, like it doesn't take as much new demand to just ratchet that thing up. Perhaps Lucky prices in its full earnings faster than Desi does. So that's pretty cool to see. And then, but also, you know, the benefit is that with Base, we've got a whole, you know, we have 369 days till we can kick off a new minting phase on Base. So think about all the hex that's going to be coming online in that year. So like when we go to, I don't know, like hex.vision, or maybe it's on apphex.win. I think apphex.win has a chart, right, of stakes that are ending. Wow, look at that daily payout per T-share. Yoinked down. But you see all these expiring stakes right here? So all these expiring stakes, let's zoom in to just like in between now and when Base ends. That would be in October of 2023. It's October 12th, I believe. So like, look at all these hex stakes. So this is the number. And so today there's 46 million hex. I wish this showed the number, not just the, like, you know, but these are all stakes that are ending in between now and the next Base cycle. So that can be pretty positive for, you know, the next Base cycle, where instead of Base starting at 0, it's already at 2/3 of the way to the bigger pays better bonus, like the max bigger pays better bonus, and kind of how we saw Desi just like run up on that as soon as it hit it. You know, Base is right there. I mean, we have like just on the stakes ending today, it says there's 46.4 million hex ending today. Like that alone is almost enough to take us to that alone, plus the yield that the Base is going to earn. That alone could rocket us up there. So, you know, and then the same in 3 years with Lucky. I mean, let's look at to see how much how much hex comes due in between now, so September of 2022, and then let's say what's 1111 days from now, Sunday, October 12th, 2025. So October 12th, 2025. I mean, it's just like there's a bunch of stakes, like all the stakes that end in between now and then is target audience for the next pools. So these people may go into base or go into lucky, or maybe some new pool product that we have. So a lot of hex out there. New hex is always that hex supply is growing at 3.69% per year, and so there's always new hex coming out. And so the more that we can recapture, especially stakes that are ending from year one, the better this world will be. And so there's a lot of opportunity for the next cycles of base and trio. So it's pretty exciting. And then also, I mean, if we look at here, actually, let's look at this. So we'll just come back to that app when we want it. Okay, so let's look at, this isn't quite done and it's kind of confusing, but we're almost done with like an estimate of the team earnings from the first stake. And then let's do something where we can see the look at this. We'll see. And this answers the question that McSlammin asks. Now we can project team earnings from base year one, right? Yeah, we can. So, so over the first year, team is going to earn 300. So in the first year, team is going to earn 320,000 hex from base. So if we think it's going to earn about 11%, so that means that it's going to earn 11 million. So 320, 353 divided by 11, 123, 123. So that comes out to like that comes out to like 2.9% of the base stake earnings. And so the total value of that is going to be about, total value of that stake comes out to like 0.28%. So at reaching 2/3 of the bigger pays better bonus, the effective fee paid to team is only 0.28%. That's nothing. So and then that's going to be about about 0.004 hex per team. So if you have 1,000 teams staked, so that 1,000 teams staked would be about times 0.08. So for like $80 of team staked, you would get 4 hex. So, not too. So what would that be like? So 4 hex is like 12 cents, so 0.12 over 80. So that comes out to like 0.1% just from the base stake in this first year, which is expected from that size of pool. And but you also get this 27 hedron per team stake. And so if each team is 27 hedron comes out to what? 27 times 0.12345. What's the price today of hedron? Say like at that 0.3 value. Yeah, that comes out to like 0.00081. So if you had 1,000, so per 1,000, and that comes out to like 6 cents. So the base stake is a small earner because it's only, we didn't max out the bigger pays better bonus. But yeah, I mean, that's only upside from there. It's only the stake grows every year. There's a new onboarding cycle next year when maybe, when not faced with the choice of 4 different pools, we should see the base stake growing considerably. And then Trio, another small pool. So that's going to earn 0.0065 hex per team stake. And that's, with the combination of a short stake. So it's like those T-shares are earning over less time. And then, Trio only having 69 million in Trio. So it was only like just over 1/3 of the way to the max bigger pays better bonus. That's why the hex payout per team staked is lower. And these are all based on the current stake size, like the stake percentage. And that can go down. So as people early end stake, then that number can go down. So say like 7 million people early end stake, these numbers would go up by like 10%, because if that's being split up over less people, then those earnings go up. Lucky stake in that year is going to be earning, if the current stake levels maintain, which they may not, that one will earn 0.01746 hex per team. And then Deci will earn about 0.38129 during year 10. So a 1 year stake over just in that year will earn 0.38. And so really the goal is to really just, as the pools come to a close, just to grow these. Like, why don't, like we should try to get base to, 1 billion hex in a year from now. And then these longer ones also earn more hedging too. So those are the pool earnings per team staked. And so, but only for the first year, like the first cycle of each one, at the current stake rates, which may actually go down over time. Especially because this first year's payout isn't particularly lucrative. Perhaps we see early end staking of team. So that's what we have to look forward to. That's pretty cool that the Deci splits 27 million hex. And that's if it's earning at the assumed average 6.3%. There's 6.3 hex per T-share rate, which went down as a result of our stakes, but every stake that ends and isn't restaked right away lets that number go up. So this doesn't show the maxi rebate, but how much was the maxi rebate come out to? 90 million times 3, right? Times 0.3, so 90 times 0.3. So 27 million maxi is going to be coming out, and so 27 million divided by how much of our team is staked? 71 million. So that's like, if the current stake rate, if the stake rate of 71 million team staked across those years is true, like stays that way, which who knows what it is over those years, that will be at 0.38 maxi per team. So, the maxi redeemed there is also going to be more valuable than it is today. So, and then who knows how the market prices that in. So yeah, that's what the estimated year one base earnings are. So nothing crazy. I mean, because we didn't hit the max bigger pays better bonus. That's definitely the goal in this next one. And then also, what that means is that, if team members want to increase these earnings, then we should think about ways to build contracts that deliver income at the start. It's like we have a big earnings period for Deci at the end of this time, but what can we do that can deliver income to start? I know I have some good ideas that we're actually starting to work on already, for things to just new things for team to promote, still along the same lines of everything that we've been promoting so far, with allowing small players to act like whales. We have a really good idea that's a little bit different context than these traditional stake pools, but it's honestly a really powerful concept, and I think we're going to get huge participation. So yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. Can we see rewards during stake? I thought only after stake is finished. No, it's only after. Will the perps be listed on CoinGecko markup? Yeah, we need to do all that listing and stuff. It's kind of a big pain in the butt, but we'll get it done. No expectations of profit from their growth. Yeah, that's right. If you want the income to go up, then help onboard to the pools. Smash that like button. Hit the like button, peeps. How long until Deci takes her premium? Or do you think the maxi kept its premium after 0.25 because of Hex pump and dump at the time, and maxi retaining value because no one on maxi side said really? I mean, the maxi premium was actually mainly driven by like a handful of buyers. There was something like 20 massive buyers that actually made the premium. So who knows what it is? A combination of those big buyers with the just people that minted maxi just weren't wanting to sell. It's kind of hard to sell something that is just going to be worth more Hex every year. So combination of the two, and combination of the lead up to team, people kind of knew that there was something that you had to hold on to your maxi for, and seeing how many people participated in the team. So effectively this number divided by 2, so 94 million. 94 million of the maxi was, not all of it was held all the way until here. Some people bought it to mint, but a lot of people were just holding their maxi for that. So, and now, the maxi now resides in the mystery box and the escrow contract, and then 20% of it was burnt. So the maxi people just kind of knew that the maxi was going to become very scarce over time. So I think a combination of all these things with the premium, and maybe we'll launch something that kind of delivers that same type of utility that for maxi that Deci has. If that's true, then Deci will take a while to naturally climb to a premium. Yeah, I mean, and also, I mean, kind of those things I listed before with Deci having so many holders, kind of all competing for that premium. So that's why we lucky, baby. FOMO is real. I'm going to rewind to his question about Osa. Trio is my favorite, thinking we'll finish during the next bull run. Yeah, Trio's awesome. Satisfied to be staked with team and not to concentrate on short-term premiums and overall home run play in the entire system with team. Right. Do you fork Hex daily stats, or is there a way to see payout on other chains? Yeah, I mean, it may not be that hard actually to pull in that data, but I don't know. Maybe I should care more about the other chains. I'm mainly focused on mainnet. because that's like where the like big money action is, at least for now. DCC on Sloth about Hedron. On with Sloth. Yeah, we should get on and talk about Hedron. Some I want to learn more about, or just like hear people talk about more, is the HSI auctions. Hello all. I see there being a huge payout from bleeding stakes and other chains. Well, so actually what is interesting enough about actually what creates the penalty, there's no concept of bleeding out, actually, because if a stake is just abandoned, the stake is never actually, like, that penalty is never actually paid. It sits there. And so that's why sometimes people good accounting stakes, because if the gas is low enough to good accounting an expired stake, then that daily payout that you receive from that, if you're like a big whale, could be worth the gas to do that. So, so that's one way to kind of think about the penalties, is that only, maybe with low gas, people may be more willing to good accounting expired stakes that have penalties. So that's one way that could happen, but it doesn't just happen on its own. It has to be as a result of the like stakes actually being good accounting or ended. Jawa, does anyone know where we can see ICOSA minting data? Yeah, pre-big payday stakes ratchet up T-share rate fast. Yeah, the longest largest stakes are really what drive it. Combination of bigger pays better bonus with staking at a share rate of like started at 10,000 and then it ended at what, like 11,000, and then it ratcheted up to 16,000 on a big pay. So yeah, those pretty big payday stakes, it's like triple whammy. They've got the most hex because they bought at the lowest prices. They've got the lowest share rate, so their earnings per hex stake are much larger than anyone earning today. And combined with the Hedron bonuses, those big payday stakes, you yoink all the Hedron. So they're kind of 3 for 3 on those. And that's why the pooling concept is so powerful for your users. Seems like we need some blockchain alpha to see ICOSA minting data. Any thoughts about New Year's Maxi XXIII? So I've said it before, I'm not too much in a rush to do new max length stakes ones. Maybe, I mean, there's people ask me all the time, so maybe if there's overwhelming demand, we will, to protect people from, bad stake pools, or stake pools that just aren't part of this ecosystem. Because who knows what types of, egregious things that we can introduce. But I'm really not in too much of a rush for new max length pools, because the people that benefit the most from that, at least in the next 5 to 7 years, are not the participants. It's like all the big whales that need to have high prices and low competition selling in order to maintain their luxury lifestyles. They want everyone to be max length stake, but they're not max length stake. They're not staking at all, or they're doing short-term rolling stakes. So I'm not really in too much of a, it's kind of the conventional wisdom, lock up more hex. It's good for hex. You have to think about who it benefits the most. And it's not people locking up. It's not. So that's why I'm not in so much of a rush. And I think that kind of as new people join, and just as reality sets in, reality's already starting to set in. Think about all the people that had huge max length stakes that they start, they bought right after big payday. So they bought under a penny and then max length staked and then watched their investment go up 100x on paper. And then now it's back to 3x. So all the people that I think are like psychologically jarred by that experience, they're starting to understand the value of longer pays better, but shorter pays sooner. And so I think that just kind of for looking out for our users, I think that our users will actually perform better in shorter stakes, which, just think about it. Most people don't quite understand that. I'd say the more advanced people with more advanced knowledge totally get what I'm talking about. But yeah, just kind of rethink, when, like who just think about it, like who benefits the most from you as like a small new user or like an existing medium user. Who benefits the most from you locking up your hex for 15 years? The people that aren't locking theirs up for 15 years. So just think about that a little bit more. And that's kind of why I'm just not in a rush. But again, if there's overwhelming demand for it, then we probably will. Or something to that effect. Hex love. Blocksy.info. Is that, let's see. How do I copy that? Blocksy.info. And then what address are you showing? Is that the ICOSA address? It looks like it if I remember it from the contract. ICOSA. Oh yeah, right here. So let's copy that. Let's take this in. Okay, so hex stake sell, is that what we're looking for? Would that be, yeah, someone who sell their hex stake to the thing, or like HSI buyback? Yeah, 5756, 5756. Okay, so, Blocksy could be useful for us. Oh my God, you guys. So let's look at HSI buyback. Okay, so hex stake sell. Let's see what we can find from this. So is there a way we can see the amount? Okay, well, we know that there's 576 or 5756. Okay, and receive 5756 HSIs. Maybe if we look at like the mint event or something. Whoa. Huh. What is this? Dear God. What is going on? Well, this is very interesting to see this stuff. Um, yeah, so we don't know how much hex is locked up in Icosa. Maybe someone will let us know, but they had 5,700 users. I mean, even just with that, they had more wallets that, or more, I don't know, but also there are people that, like, when we looked at the hex stake cell count, like this one address ran it 208 times. So whereas our count was only our count was only like unique addresses. So if that was run 57, 56 times, damn, what's that dude doing, wasting all that gas for oh my god, whoever buys these is wrecked. Fuck. So if the average here, so like 5 here, let's see if we can copy this into here. We're actually going to get the number just from the top 100, so we can just put into perspective how much like the user participation difference between Icosa and the pools. Okay, so I mean, just from that, the sum of that is 1455. So 1,455 of their 5,756 hex stake cells, meaning people that mint Icosa with hex stakes, those came from 100 users. So maybe we might have had more people. I don't know. It's hard to say. Here's first 100 displayed, first 200 displayed, first 300 displayed, first 400 displayed, first 500 displayed, 600 displayed. I guess this is how we can see how many unique people called this. Okay, so let's just take let's just see how many the 1,500 accounted for, so we can get a sense of how many people were in Icosa. Let's do it right here. Okay, so over 1,500. So 1,500 users accounted for 4,190. So 80% of their. Okay, and everyone else does one. So if 4,000 users, you guys can see the spreadsheet. But so 4191 out of what was the total? So 517 or 5756 minus 4191. So there's 1565 after that. So 1565 plus 1500. Okay, so 3,065 unique users have, or unique addresses have interacted with the hex stake cell on there. And I mean, just the one that did the most has, let's see how much, what their balance, I mean, let's just see if we can look at it on the tokens they have. They don't have any maxi. They're an OG hexagon, as you can tell, because they have kick. 60 HSIs and 67,000 ICOSA. So, yeah. So I mean, you know, there's about 3,000 people that have minted ICOSA with hex stakes, and there was, how many people did we say were in ours? Cool. If we go to cool stats, gotta enable that app. $3,348. So we had, you know, more users than ICOSA, and someone said that they had, like, let's see, actually I know who to look at. It's Dev Huey. I think they actually post the stats. Okay, so 57488 T-shares sold to ICOSA. So my handy dandy equation here for doing so if we have the number of T-shares and we want to know what the principal is, and we know that most of them are 555, so let's just assume that they're all 5555s, because that was most of them, and that'll give them a little extra. So if we know the number and we know the share rate, so N times R over N plus R over 3 is what we can do it. So it should give us the principal. So N plus R over 3. So we know that 57488. So NR over 3. So 5. So N equals 57488. R equals, what was the T-share rate the other day? Or I mean, what's the T-share rate been lately? $24,202, but during ICOSA launch, it was like, when did ICOSA launch? Like a month ago or so? A little more than a month ago, in August. Okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. 23,000. So R equals 23,000. So N times R over 3 should give us the principal in ICOSA. It's 440,741,033. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. But yeah, right here at the bottom is what we found our, yeah, and R over 3 is how we can get the rough estimate. So total ICOSA for their launch was 440 million. and we beat that just with Deci. Pretty cool. And so what that means is if they had 440, so NR over 3, P equals N times R over 3. And so the amount of the average person, because what do we say they had, like 3,000 users? So P over 3,000. Their average per user was 146,913 hex staked. So it's pretty good. But what do we say ours was? 81,0,628 over 3,300. Ours is 245,000. Okay, so let's say it again. 810628,501. So ours was, so let's do that over the Icosa one. Oh, wait, wrong one. Over P over, okay, so this is gonna be P over 3,000. P over 3,000. So the average size of our participants was about 1.67 larger, and then the number of participants we had was about 10% larger. So pretty cool, and that's, it's pretty incredible that, like everyone knows about Hedron. Everyone got Hedron for free. 100% of Hexagon stakers got Hedron, so 100% of Hexagons know Hedron. Whereas not too many people know Maxi, because in Maxi it's like we kind of have like a whole different design where it's like no one gets coins for free, no one gets more coins than others based on when they got in. It's like all 1-to-1 rate. So much different design philosophy, but I'm pretty excited. And this doesn't even include Maxi. So in total, Maxi and between Maxi and Deci, or Maxi and the pools, that's locked up 1 billion X. What's the total? Yeah, like 1,100,000,000. We have 810. 810, 628, 501 over or plus 294, 331, 316. I think that's the number. So in total, 1.1 billion hex staked. So 1.1 billion over their value of 440 million. So in total, the Maxi system has about 2.5 times the amount of hex in the Icosa system across 4 stakes. They have that across 5,000 stakes. Dear God. That's a problem. Not for pool holders. That's a problem for the people that end up with those HSIs. So let's tweet that. Back of the envelope. Calculations. Back of the envelope calculations. So about, what did you say? 3348, 3348 pool, perpetual pool. Enters. Hold on a sec, guys. One moment. Versus about what was the number that we said it was? Uh, $1,500 plus their total amount. Oh wait, no. So 5756 minus 4191 so 1565 plus 1500, that's 3065. Yeah, 65 plus enters. We had like 810 million hex. Enters. Pool enters. 810 million hex versus Icosum enters with, what did we say their number was? Like 450 million hex. So they had 4 stakes versus 4 individual X across 4 stakes, which is 4 individual stakes versus 365 icosimeters with 450 million hex over 5756 stakes. So 5756 over 4. The Maximus stake poolers will pay 1439x less. 143 the 1439x times less gas. Less fees, regardless of gas price. I want you to check my numbers. Check math, please. Back of the envelope. Say back of the napkin. Comparison. So 3348 perpetual pool minters with 810 million hex across 4 individual stakes versus 3,065 ICOSA minters with 450 million hex over 5756 individual HSIs. Mastercard will pay 11439x less in gas fees than all those HSI winners. That's the gas price, regardless of. All those HSI holders, so pump holders. Maximus. Back of napkin. Check my math, please. It's pretty crazy. What do you guys think about that? Daniel says, my wallet address doesn't show under team minted when I connect my MetaMask to team. Shouldn't my mint be visible? So if you staked it, it's not going to be in your wallet. You'll just have to look at the dashboard to see it, or look up your address. Another way to just look at your stake is to, for instance, let's look at this. I'll pull my, let's see, my team. I think I have a test stake on the team deployer. So one way you can look at that is if you go to the Etherscan for the team, go to contract and read contract, stakes, you input your address, and then input 1 for this first year. Then right here, you can see your stake. So if you want to check it, and then the balance, divide that by, take off eight of the last digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here, I have 689 team staked. So that's one way you can look at it if you're offline, if you're not plugged into your MetaMask in the dashboard. But something that we're going to be working on maybe tonight is just a quick view where you can paste in your address so you can see all your stats. So stay tuned for that. Until we get that, we're just gonna you can look at it there if you're offline. Just paste your address and then stake period 1. So that's how you can look at that. Great point. With every new perpetual that starts this new cycle, most likely more funds will be concentrated due to no other competition with another perpetual. Yeah, that's 100%. If there's only one thing going on. We had 4 things going on. And that was a tough choice, do we do 4 at a time? Do we do them staggered out? And, but this was very important information for us because it's you can't necessarily compare, the pools head to head if one started at one point in time, another at the other point in time, because the different market conditions, different amount of liquid hex, different opportunities that may be competitive at that time. And so to really compare them, you really have to do them all at once. And so since this was the first round of these pools, this was actually very important, market information that we were able to collect, just seeing the participation across 4. When faced with not only the tough decision between Maxi and team, but the tough decision of which pool and how much, this was actually critical strategic information that we were able to collect. So, because if we had staggered them out, then people probably would have just loaded up in the first one, and then, so that's what I mean. cross-chain perpetuals / team staking dashboard. Yeah, we're gonna. The cross-chain one's a little harder because the API providers don't support it. So like the way that I currently grab the information, it doesn't really work that way. So maybe there's a way with like a different RPC URL, maybe. But yeah, it's kind of tough actually. Next time, let's go Superman. Win Maximus DAO merch calendar. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Maybe soon. Under team minting leaderboard and minting dashboard, should my wallet address be there and show how much team I minted? So if you did that in the last couple hours, it stopped refreshing. So just look at your ether scan. So we look at like you should see mint team and stake team. So if you stake, you should see stake team. Just look at Etherscan. So just look there. Like Etherscan is the source of truth. So because the minting leaderboard, there's just so much minting activity that it was like I was reaching my API rate request limit. So I just haven't rebuilt that yet. I'm gonna rebuild that whole list manually instead of pulling in all the events in real time to compute that. Now that the minting's done, we know what to do now. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. And then you'll be able to search your address, and it should be more reliable because there are a few windows of time where where it's not collecting the data. Okay, so there is actually. Let's look at the. Bulky's asking about the Lycosa data, so let's look at Hedron.pro. Or let's see, is it Lycosa.pro? Okay, so see all. Maybe it's on the Hedron.pro site. Browse liquidation is what we're looking for. While we wait for that, I wish there was a way to diamond hand the team stakes longer than 1 year. I'm sure you had thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean, it is meant, because team is meant to be the marketing machine behind the perpetuals. We only wanted people that were actively in the game. So to prove that you're active, you gotta check in once a year. That's kind of the thinking behind it. Any thoughts on creating a single dashboard app for us to see all your perpetual and team stakes and overall Maxi and overall Maximus USD for each wallet? So it's funny you ask. Funny you ask. It's funny you ask. Where is it? Funny you should ask. So Goalkeeper put together this design here. It would let you see your data. So across all this stuff. Might try to stand up just like a placeholder one that's just all the data right there for you. But then as we further integrate it, we'll kind of include more information and better design and stuff. So everyone's asking for it, and we just need to get something up for you guys. Okay, it looks like there are no active liquidation auctions right now. So it looks like it's not very common. Because only the ones that had only the things that had bonuses could have had a lot of HSI, because HSI only started 200 days ago, not even 150 days ago. So those ones aren't because the people who get most of the Hedron are the OG whales. The any new HSI, the share rate by then was already 22,500 or something, and maybe they got a 10x bonus that they could use, and then they owe on that. But so that would mean that even with that, so 22,500 over 3, so 7,500 units per T share. 7,500 hex per T share. And so if you got one T share, then that means you got 10,000 times just 5555 if you did a max length 1 T share stake. So you only got 55 million Hedron. So that's the most you could have borrowed against a 7,000 max length stake. So times the price is 0.12345. What's the Hedron price right now? So 5027. That's 1234527. That's only $149 if you were to borrow and then default on it. So basically the only things that are defaulting are the Icosa ones. It's not the that's why there's barely any in the auctions, because even with the 10x bonus for per T share stake, it's you can, if you have the 7,000, so 7,000 hex is what? Or 7,500 hex times 0.033. It's 247. So I guess that would kind of if you only had that much money, then that is kind of substantial. But that's just because it's still getting the bonus. That's why it comes out to about half of it. So yeah, it's just the maximum amount of HSIs that you could have got, and also many of those already went to auction. So is what's 90-day auction. So what was Hedron doing 90 days ago? Let's see. So it's currently September. So August, July, June. I think, when did the bonuses end? So we got the 5 bonus at May. And so all the bonuses may have been gone by June? So yeah, starting now, no more bonuses. So anything that would be coming to auction, provided that someone staked and then immediately at the advance. So just 1,000 times 5555. So 5 million times 0.1234527. So yeah, per T share right now, that per HSI T share that took out in advance 90 days ago at the point where it would be eligible for auction, it's only a $14 payment. And you don't have to pay back the whole thing, right? Isn't there some like you don't have to pay back the whole advance in 90 days. You have to just make your payment. So the payments are tiny to prevent going to auction. That's why the ICOSA thing has to force things to auction, because like on its own, not enough hedron really would be, not enough HSIs would be up for auction, because the amount you can borrow relative to the amount that you have to pay back per 90-day cycle, or like for the payment cycle, is just tiny. So that's probably why they had to kind of kickstart the hedron recirculation via auction through the ICOSA bonus, is because, I mean, just unless they just haven't loaded yet. No active. Are we connected? Is that why we're... No? Yeah, we must be connected. I mean, and also look how little is actually borrowed. So that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 4 billion borrowed on day 192. Today's day 214. Let's look back 90 days. Oh, wait, no, started on day 184. What? Oh, is that the 90? No. Like 45 days or 30 days. I mean, just today, how much hedron is borrowed? Well, I mean, that's ICOSA. So let's think, when did ICOSA launch? I don't know. We need to see some all-time data on that, but yeah, I don't think any liquidations are currently active. ICOSA hedron calculator. That was supposed to be a hot link. It's in the ICOSA Telegram. Thanks, my buddy Liquid. Oh my God, that's some data analysis, bro. Also some like exhausted back of the envelope, just simple counting, just counting beans over here, you guys. Just counting beans. Rothko. Congrats team, win dip catcher, no shirt, t-shirt merch. Haha, that'd be funny. Well, I tried to sell all my Lucky today, and there wasn't enough liquidity. New to crypto, I didn't buy a fatter bag of Desi. I feel like an oddball. Probably only do Lucky Desi. No, dude, you're fine. You don't need to make a trade the first day. You should make like one trade every 100 days. Like, don't be flipping around. You're gonna get wrecked. Just chill. No regret. Usually that regret you feel is lies from Satan. The devil wants you to feel regret. Don't feel regret. You're fine. X-Love, not even mid 48 hours. I'm a freak. Yeah, man, Instagram. Liquidations don't go live till November 14th. Okay. Yeah, we know that date. We were talking about that date earlier, but you must have a wallet connected to view liquidation auctions on the Hedron app. Yeah, I have my wallet connected. MetaMask connected. You see how it's just no hex to be found? See? Yeah. ICOSA launched Sunday, August 4th. It directly caused the hedron pumps. That's good. What did hedron go up between then and now? So if it launched on the 4th of August, got as high as, what would that be, 4x? Then you minus 100 and that's it. And then now it's about almost a 2x. It's still awesome performance, right? What do you think happens next? I mean, it's kind of got, let's draw some horizontal levels on the Hedron chart. From like the initial bottom. Other than that, I mean, maybe if you call this one right here a like micro support line. Oh my God, you guys can't even see my screen. Here I am yapping about. This is what I was trying to show. There's no active liquidations. And then there's advances in default. So let's see if Dev Huey. I'm gonna tag Dev Huey. Can you check my math? I used your posts for the estimate I made. All right, well, enough of that. Look at our watch list. Now we have all these tokens to look at. Maxi, oh my gosh. 2.473 hex per Maxi. Is that a new all-time high? If we ignore the bastard wick? Yeah. Like, ignoring these bastard wicks, we're pushing new all-time highs here. Dear Lord, you guys. Is that just the market pricing in that? I mean, even though, like, basically as soon as the minting started, every single Maxi that was minted into Team, 20% of it was as good as burnt because it could only be burnt. It was still there for the 21-day mint phase, but as soon as it was, as soon as that ended, it was burnt and nothing could happen with it in the meantime. So it's like it's been as good as burnt since the minting started. And then 30% of it is like been as good as locked up for 3, 6, and 9 years due to that burn. But let's see if the mystery box has done anything. You guys think the mystery box has moved anything? No, nothing. The mystery box simply received its. Let's see if we can. The mystery box simply received its 46,925,000 Maxi and 93 million team, and it's just been there. Yeah, that's so. We had 90 some million Maxi just like leave the immediately liquid market right now. Maybe that's what the chart's just pricing in. So like that. Oh my God, look, there's a big buyer. Look at that person. Let's see what this person also holds. We just saw someone buy $43,000 worth of Maxi. Let's see what else they've got. Looks like LP stuff. If they have 1 inch token, They minted 76,730 teams, so maybe they replenished their team. They also have 31 Watsas and a bunch of liquidity positions and no pools. That's pretty cool. See the ERC20s. Maybe there's some we're missing. It's like they transferred some hex. So okay, what did they do here? OC1, they sent out maybe they have another wallet. Looks like they sent some Deci. Okay, so it looks like they sent Deci and stuff to, is this Diamond Hands? No, this is another wallet of theirs. But did they then Diamond Hand? No? Then what do they do with their Deci? Oh, they sold it 5 hours ago. See how much they made. Oh, they added liquidity. Okay, that's why. So they're a big liquidity provider. That's why we don't see any liquid tokens in their wallet. Pretty cool. I mean, just like spotting that random buyer earlier today that, is just driving that up and not really met with new sellers. Some sellers, but pretty amazing. It's amazing stuff, you guys. Maxi holding strong. Dip canceled. Trend continues. I made trades on ETF today. 1.35 trio per hex. So trio's at a discount on ETF right now, meaning people are selling their trio for hex. Hey, DC, the pretzels are going viral. Mini hex minted is the new news. Great stuff. Congrats, my friend. Thank you. It really is. You're the top talk everywhere. Yeah, I wonder what other people are saying about us. Where did you see that? Good night, everyone. East Coast time. Floridians, be careful with Ian. Who's Ian? Oh, the hurricane? Dip, thanks for everything as always. Thanks, man. You're awesome, dude. What else should we look at? Let's look at the price charts of our... Okay, so that's Maxi. So Maxi continues on a run. Let's look at the Maxi team. Search Team Maxi. Last I looked, it was in a discount. Yeah, it looks like we're invert. Oh yeah, so if you wanted to buy team right now, you'd only need 0.9127 Maxi. So let's take a look at let's just trade. Let's see what type of slippage you'd experience. So select token, let's paste in the team. Let me find the team address. Here. Let's import that. Okay, so if you wanted to buy Maxi, so say you wanted to buy, say 10,000 Maxi, would get you right now 10,738 You get about, so at the size of 10,000 Maxi, you would get about a 7.3% discount. 100,000 would give you probably 4. So if you bought 100,000 Maxi worth of team, you'd only get a 4.5% discount. If you bought a million team worth of Maxi, you would push the price back into positive in team. So that would be the effect of your own individual purchase. So what's like the sweet spot? So if that's right there, let's do it like a 150,000. would put you at 154. So that's getting smaller. Let's look at like 16. We're seeing when this number becomes, okay, you're still getting a little more. Let's do like 19. Still a little more. Let's look at 2. Still a little more. 300,000. Okay, that now we're getting close. Maybe it's going to be like 336 maybe. Let's see what that does. But yeah, slightly less. So let's see, 34 maybe. Okay, that's good as close enough. So a $27,000 team purchase is what, like, so if you're buying under $27,000 worth of team right now at current prices and current liquidity pools, then you would get more. Let's tweet that. So right now, if you bought under 27,000 of team, you would get a better rate than the 1-to-1 minting rate for the 21-day period. Smaller accounts who missed team minting have a great opportunity. Let's see if anyone checked my math. $5,756 HSIs with 60. Okay, so they did 60,000. What did I say earlier in my calculation? Okay, mine was based on was 5,748 T-shares. It's from the last post. I saw that you had it over that same 5,756. So that would mean what? Interesting. So 5,000. So what did we say? So what percent? So 14.55. 14.55 over, what was the number, like 57.65? So 25% of them came from 100 users. Oh, it's 25% of the total number of HSIs come from 100 addresses. Yeah, I mean, look at that. So we had that was still in the minting phase. So minting phase ended right there. Then right away, how funny is that? They're like right when the minting phase ends, someone just sells. Like, so that was at 6 a.m. on the 27th. Yeah, so it's just like this person selling. I wonder, and last I looked, they went straight into USDC. They swapped 200. They swapped 200,000 team that they had just minted. Oh, look at this person. They look like a kind of like a degenerate gambler of sorts. They sold their team. Look at this. Yeah, if that's what they did. If these both go out, then so it looks like they added 15,000 USDC to a Hex liquidity pool. Like, looks like they just kind of compulsively do stuff. Like when you look at their other wallet, let's see. Like, they don't have much money. They've got, I guess they have these liquidity positions. Just 1 second. Okay. I realized I was muted when I was saying what I was saying. But what I want to do now is let's make a quick, just a checklist of different things, different data we want to see. So team and perpetuals dashboard requirements. So write some just like user stories. Let's look at heading 1. So user stories. As a team staker, I want to see my liquid team balance and staked team balance without being connected to MetaMask. What else might we want? As a team, as a Maxi holder, I want to see my balance. What else? Balance, the USD value, the underlying value, the premium. As a, what else do I want? As a perpetual pool token holder. So we'll just say as a pool token holder. So Maxi, Base, Trio, Lucky, Deci holder. As a diamond hander, I want to see my diamond hand balance and its value. So that kind of covers most of it. So let's do we're gonna do check boxes. So to-do list. So we need a search by address. So like search by pasting in addresses. We're gonna do multiple, and then also go straight to it by having link such as dashboard.maximus and portfolio.maximus.cache / their addresses equals OX ABC 123, and then some type of dash OX ZYX or 123 ABC. So multiple addresses supported. So that way, to save as a favorite or to home screen. Heavy says Randy Laharski mentioned it live tonight. I'll have to go through and clip them and pin them on your Twitter page. Tangents when talking, Levi Zangu guy. Whales only with Bang Bang guy. Sorry, his name's fogging my mind at the moment. Obviously, Crypto Coffee 2, this for Syndicate. Damn, that's pretty cool. Okay, so pool token data, that's going to be liquid balance, staked balance, liquid balance value, so market value, and then also underlying value, premium, stake balance. We're in the same thing. Okay, so then for team data, again, liquid balance supported by market value, percent of total minted. Then this one, then staked balance, market value, earnings this year, and percent of total staked. Maybe we don't need a percent on team data. What else do we need? Yeah, that maybe all we need, you guys. Just give everyone just like an awesome experience on this. All right, guys. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So call that right there. Let's share the screen and let's what's Steph talking about? I own very few shiny objects, so I'm gonna have to shine big time. What people have to say in here. Look at that. Thank you so much, Steak Wrap. Looking forward to the dashboard. Thanks for your streams, Rock. Yeah, man, you're awesome. See what people had to say about Maximus. I saw this where they were talking about it. They said some pretty funny things about the awards that Patrick's putting together. Filters. Let's do like today. What did they say? What's Wales? Yeah, right here. It's the Mexico. Where did it? When were they talking about Maxi? Do you know? They talk about it here. Yeah, I'll have to see when. Oh, 1 billion hex. Oh yeah, I saw them talking about this.
until people in terms of the service to the community, in terms of service to locking up your hands. I mean, this and other things continue to shock me and flat express us not sad about the price or whatever. They were still low. Yeah, they were still low. Yeah. And then narrative. That's right. By the way, I think we've got a mad lag. Really? Yeah. I think we've got a mad like unlock this currency to do in terms of.
All right, guys. I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for being with us today. We'll try to get that dashboard up and running as soon as we can. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day, everybody.